Let's bring in Pete Hegseth now. You know Pete Hegseth. He's a Fox News analyst, a veteran and expert on this area and the entire issue. Good morning, Pete.
Good morning.
What are your thoughts on this sad day involving the death of this American?
Well, it's sobering, and I think what we saw there on that video is the face of evil. We saw the nature of this enemy. We saw their true intention. Anyone standing between them, including an innocent journalist, is a victim. That's what terrorists do. They kill innocents for their own ends, political ends. And in this particular case, you've got Mr. Foley, who was there trying to cover this. What you've got is not just a series of terrorists chopping off heads. You've got an Islamic army. That's of upwards of 80,000 people seeking to establish a caliphate.
This is bigger than Al-Qaeda ever was, isn't it?
Much bigger than anything. If we talk about Daniel Pearl, as tragic as that was, and it's all tragic, this is 2.0. This is not a series of terrorists in Pakistani mountains. These are folks that believe they've established a state, have an army, and have a mandate from, in their minds, heaven, to go back to the 7th century and establish an Islamic caliphate.
Let me ask you this, Captain. When you hear this, and we understand, I keep hearing that we have foreign fighters who have been trained and recruited, they have European passports, and they could be headed our way. What are your thoughts on that? And second, why should every American out there be more than concerned and on alert about ISIS having us in their target?
Watch the video. The man cutting off the head is not speaking in Arabic. He's not Syrian. He has a British accent, speaking in perfect English to President Obama, to the American people, saying, this is a message to you, what we will do to you and your families. That gentleman could have been from North Africa as well, but likely from the London area based on the accent, likely has a passport, and like him, thousands others in Syria and Iraq fighting for ISIS have passports, likely came through Turkey, could make it back there. So this is terror not just in the streets of Syria and Iraq right now, but which literally could be exported to Europe and the United States, making it a direct threat to us, and that's our goal. What do we do? We beat the pants off them. We defeat them. Well, ultimately, it takes military might. You can't wish this threat away. You can't negotiate with it and hope it goes away. They understand one thing, strength and power. Okay, and if we're not there to do it or help somebody do it, nobody else will.
In line with that, there was an editorial in the New York newspaper this morning that said President Obama must strike the Islamist killers with terrible might of the world's most powerful military. ISIS must pay. ISIS must die. Is that an appropriate reaction?
Amen. Absolutely it is. That's the only force they understand. You're not going to negotiate with them. You can't simply contain them. The president used the word contain yesterday. Yeah. How do you contain that threat with passports and those intentions? You do not. You defeat them. And we're not doing anything there because this president won't say the I word. Iraq doesn't want to go back, doesn't want to invest. It doesn't matter where this kind of threat manifests itself. It's the most dangerous people with the most dangerous weapons and the worst of intentions, and they're coming for us if they can.
You know, so many people say when they look at how this thing has metastasized over there is that this president left the door open for this to happen because we left no residual force in Iraq. And now it has grown so gigantic. Now, not the time to rehash that. Sure. We know that has happened. Now's the time to look forward. This is our fight, and we can't pretend it's not going to impact us. In the tape, they were talking about retaliating against Americans. First, that guy we just saw, Steven Sotloff, and then they're going to come for as many of us as they can.
Abu Bakr, the leader of this, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, has said when he was with his U.S. captors in 2004, I will see you in New York. That is their intention from the very beginning, what they're establishing. When we watch a video like this, when Americans watch a video like this, they have to understand there is no other force in the world that can take them on and defeat them. If not us, then who? And if not now, then this boil will only get worse and worse, meaning my son Gunner or to the next generation is a platoon leader in Iraq dealing with it. We've got to deal with it now and directly, otherwise it doesn't go away.
General Hayden is set to join us in just minutes here. I think he would echo that. He said last night that we can either pay now or pay more later. We certainly appreciate your insight here, Captain Hegseth. Thank you, always.